Hi guys, welcome over to my channel. I'm super happy that you're here today because I'm going to share with you 3 easy, affordable, and gorgeous DIY projects for this upcoming Christmas season. I'm super excited to be joining Heidi Sonboul's Christmas DIY challenge that she hosts this month on her channel. I'm gonna leave a link to the playlist down in the description below. Once you're done watching my video, make sure you click on that video playlist because you'll find many inspirations, and Heidi is such an amazing person and I'm super happy to have her as a friend here in YouTube. The DIY projects that I'll be doing today, I'm going to be using these triangle shape decor pieces that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'll be using this book of scrapbook paper that I got at Michael's. It was super inexpensive and I love all of the prints that I saw in this booklet or this scrapbook pad, and I really wanted to buy this to make DIY projects out of it. So I'll be using this for almost all of the projects that I'll be doing here. And the first thing I'm going to do is to remove the backing of this wood frame, and then I'm going to use it as a template to cut out a piece of this scrapbook paper. Once I have the piece cut to size, I'm just going to use some hot glue and just put a little bit of hot glue around the edge and stick the scrapbook paper right on top so that I have this beautiful and rustic looking background for my project. For the center of my wooden shape, I'm going to take this little sign here from the same book. I'm going to cut it out and then use Mod Podge to add it to the center of the frame. Then I wanted to add some greenery just to tie in and to make everything looks more festive and more tie-in for Christmas. I took this little Christmas tree ornament from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to remove all of the greenery that is on the top because I really loved how it looks, and I thought it would fit perfectly here in the triangular shaped corner of this wooden house. So that's what I'm going to do, just use some hot glue and just glue everything back onto this frame as it was on that little ornament. For the next house shape, I took this print here and I cut it into size, and again I'm just going to use some hot glue and put everything together. Then for the center for this piece here, I decided to go with this beautiful red truck tree ornament that I also got from Dollar Tree. It was the perfect size, and I really love this red color against the background that is in the back of this frame. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and stick that to the center. For the taller framed house, I wanted to use this print, and I wanted to make sure that the word Christmas is in the center when I cut this paper out. So I'm just placing it where I wanted that to be. I'm going to trace it and cut it out and just use hot glue and put everything together like I did for the last two frames. And this is how they all turn out. I really love seeing them next to each other. I think the color combination was just what I was looking for. It was super easy to put together, and it makes a beautiful decor piece for this upcoming Christmas season. For the next DIY project, I'm going to use this decor sign that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use 3 of the square shapes to do my project. So I'm just going to remove one of them, and I'm going to leave the other 3 hanging with that ribbon that's in the back, and I'll be making a hanging sign as well, so I'm just going to leave the ribbon as is. Then I'm going to go back again to my beautiful Christmas scrapbook paper block that I got from Michael's, and I'm going to use a paper that I want to use for this project, and I'm going to go ahead with something more green and gray for this piece here. So I think I'm going to use the one right here for my project. So what I'm going to do is to place the squares on the top and just trace it as a template, and then I'm going to use Mod Podge to glue that on the top. I'm then going to use this stencil that I got from Walmart a while back, and these are just alphabet letters, and I'm going to pick out the word joy for my project. So I'm going to use the letter J and Y, because the O, I'll be creating something fun for the center square. So here I'm just going to remove the center of this stencil so that I can use some paint and stencil out the letters. I'll be stenciling them using some white acrylic paint and a stencil brush from Dollar Tree. Over time, I've learned the best practice to do when you come to stenciling is really to take the minimum amount of paint onto your stenciling brush, because you don't want to have a lot of paint or else it would bleed through underneath, and you just want to really use some dabbing motion and make sure you hold the stencil really hard and firm with the other hand, and just make sure you use, again, like I said, very little amount of paint and just use a dabbing motion so that you get the best result. And now for the letter O, I have this little wreath form from a previous project that I did, and I wanted to use that to make a mini wreath for the center letter O. And I'm going to use this greenery that I got from Dollar Tree and just remove a few, and I'm simply going to hot glue it all around just to make sure that everything is covered in this beautiful green leaves. Then, to give some more Christmas character for my wreath, I decided to take the berries out of this greenery that I also got from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut a few of these berries here and there, and I'll be using some hot glue just to glue it around the wreath, just to give that beautiful Christmas vibe and to make my DIY project look even more pretty for Christmas. I feel like with crafting, it's like when you're cutting hair, you always want to cut more, and in craft you just want to keep adding more and do more for your project. So here, after putting the berries, you're going to see me add a centerpiece for my wreath. I think it looks really gorgeous, and I can't wait to show you what I decided to put for the center of this piece. So here you go, you guys. I really wanted to add a centerpiece for my wreath, and I decided to use this Christmas tree ornament that I got from Dollar Tree, and it comes in a pack of 4, but I'm just going to use one, and using the same metal piece that is attached to this car, I'm just going to remove that and tie it to the center of my wreath. I think it looks super cute, and again, I'm tying in with that red truck theme for my DIY project. And now I'm just gonna go back to my handy dandy hot glue gun and just glue everything together, and I'm gonna make sure that the wreath here is secured to the center, and I can't wait to show you how this little piece turned out. And you guys, this is the final project. I'm in love with all of the colors and the bright red here and there that pops out of these DIY projects, and I can't wait to use this for my Christmas decorations. This last DIY that I'm going to share with you is super simple to make, but it's so beautiful, and it's a beautiful decor piece for Christmas that I'm sure you're going to love. So I'm going to use 3 of those wooden square cubes that they sell at Dollar Tree, as well as some of the wooden beads that I got from Michael's, but you can definitely use different items like pearls that you can also find at Dollar Tree for this project. So here I'm just tracing out the shape onto one of those scrapbook paper from the same block that I used. Again, I know I used that scrapbook paper throughout the DIYs in this video, but you can definitely find scrapbook paper in the Dollar Tree craft section as well. I've seen that they carry different scrapbook papers there, but I haven't seen any in the Christmas theme. Another alternative would be to use a Christmas gift bag or even a Christmas greeting card that you can find at Dollar Tree, and just pick out the images that you like and you can cut them and Mod Podge to any project. Here I just Mod Podge the scrapbook paper onto one side of the cube just because I wanted to see the wood on the other sides, and then I'm just going to apply some Mod Podge onto the top as well. Once that's done, I'm going to take one of these wooden beads. Actually, I'm going to take two of them, and then just I'm going to apply some hot glue to where there is the opening, and then I'll be placing it to the middle of the side of this wooden cube, and then I'll be attaching the rest of the wooden cubes by placing a wooden bead in the center using hot glue. Then, to add some more Christmas vibe to these blocks, I decided to use one of these stems that you can find at Dollar Tree. These are usually used by crafters to fill in the Dollar Tree Christmas trees just to make it look fuller. So I'm going to take one of those strands, and then I'm going to cut out to spell the letters or the word joy, and then I'm just going to give it a hair trim to make sure that I get just enough amount of leaves so that it doesn't look wild on my project. To add some more details and to bring in that wood color again, I decided to add this beautiful wooden snowflake that I also got from Dollar Tree, and I hot glued everything together to make this beautiful and easy Christmas DIY project. So here's the final look, you guys. I'm in love with how simple and easy this DIY project was, but super high-end looking and very pretty to add to your Christmas decor. I really hope you guys give this one a try, and if you like these DIY projects, don't forget to leave the video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much everyone for watching and joining this DIY challenge today. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe everyone, and have a blessed and beautiful Christmas season upcoming with all of your family. Take care everyone. I'll see you all really soon with more beautiful DIY projects that you could make easily for this Christmas season.